Welcome to Babunya's Gourmet Spice. This is Janina Castro, our famous Babunya, otherwise known also as Baba. And today we're going to do a simple recipe that's bacon and eggs. Here we have a bacon. Any typical bacon is fine that you want to get from your supermarket. And what we typically do, just to make the cutting of the bacon easier, is usually we freeze the bacon package so that way it's frozen solid. That way when you go to cut it and you have the sections no more than a ½ inch wide, it's a whole lot easier to cut. Also, what we've done here is we have a Vidalia onion, which is typically a sweet onion, and we've cut 3 thin slices of that onion. And we don't want it paper thin, but we've cut it and then we've diced the onions so that way, as you see here, the onions are really nice and diced real small. And we're going to make this bacon and egg recipe with basically just 3 eggs. So for now, what we'll do is we'll take these 3 cuts of bacon that we did, and we'll put it on a hot medium flame skillet, and we'll put the seasoning, Babunya's Gourmet Spice seasoning, right onto the bacon as it's on the skillet. Well, once you follow me to the oven, and I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so what we're doing is we're taking these 3 cuts of bacon that we did, and we're going to put it on a medium flame and put those bacon slices right onto the skillet. And what we'll do is we'll use again the spice, and we'll sprinkle it kind of heavy right on the actual bacon. And as the bacon starts to melt, we'll continue stirring it so that way they all pretty much spread apart. We don't want it also to burn on one side. So as this continues to heat up, you see how it starts right away to start spreading apart. We want to make sure that all the sides are evenly cooked before we put the onions into it. Now, we don't want the bacon to be really crispy. We want it where it's well done but not overly cooked. When it gets to that point is when we'll throw the onions in there and mix that all together. So we'll just give this a few minutes, and we'll come back with the onions right on there. The bacon here is almost done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to throw the onions right into it, and we'll mix that all together. Again, we don't want the onions to burn, so that's why we wait a while before we throw the onions into it. And again, just continually stirring it so that way the onion starts to caramelize. And it only takes a few seconds for that to happen. And as that's happening, you get a nice little aroma coming with it. So you see, this is basically how you want the onions to look, and the bacon. So as the onions, just another few more seconds on this.
Almost done.
It's almost done. What we'll do next is we'll take the eggs. We already broke up the eggs. There's 3 eggs in here. And we'll dump this mixture in all together. Now what we want is, again, we want to continue stirring so that way it's throughout, the bacon is throughout the eggs with the onions. And basically cook the eggs to your liking. Some people like them very well done, some like them medium well done. So whatever texture that you like eating your eggs is what you just continue stirring, and as soon as that's done, you're ready to stir. You're ready to serve, should I say. A simple little meal that tastes very good, and those of your family members that might be still sleeping and start to smell the nice aroma of the onions with the bacon and the eggs, and they'll get up without you having to call them. And these 3 eggs with bacon and onions is probably good for 2 servings, 2 people. And that's it. As you see, nicely well done. And you're good to serve. Now what you want to keep in mind is make sure that you keep tuning in to Babunya's Gourmet Spice on babunyas.com, as we have new recipes coming out every month for your enjoyment on the spice that Babunya has created here for the 5th generation of Babunya's gourmet spice. Enjoy and have a good time.